Are we up? Can you hear me now? Hello. Okay, I think we're on. All right. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I am just updating a video here for the question that I'm getting most asked right now. Is my SBA email saying, does it say I'm eligible, but has it said approved? Two differences here. That's what I'm asking. People are asking me, it says I'm eligible. Does that mean I'm approved? No. It means you're eligible. It means that your loan has been looked at by the SBA and it's permitted. It's qualified. You're allowed to get the loan from what the basic information that you've given is. Now they're going to go deeper into that information, and that's what's going to take a little more time, because now it's not just the SBA that you're dealing with, but it's the you got to meet these contingencies on your business. You got to prove that you're a business, and you have got to. They're looking deeper into it because lenders are now getting involved, saying, "Am I going to loan the person who is eligible for the money, but they haven't been approved because, for one, they could have really bad credit, meaning this lender is going to put it out there, and then they're going to have to go find their money for, it's different. So if it says you're eligible, it does not mean that you've been approved and you're not waiting for a check in the mail yet. So hopefully that helps with that question, because if you're eligible and then it's going to say processing your eligibility because it's gone from, okay, we've seen you, you're here, you're because they got a stack of papers over here like this. We pulled you off the top and you've been in front of us. We've looked at you and yeah, he meets the requirements. He's eligible to get this loan. We'll pass it on to the next person. The next person gets it and they look at it and said, okay, well, they've passed this part. Now let's go into deeper detail here. It's going into steps. Now, will they approve you or not? If you check it, you need to make sure that you're asking in the loan, if you haven't done it yet, while you're in correspondence with these people, make sure you ask them, say, I want the grant money. I want the free grant. I'm asking for the free grant. You have to ask for the free grant. They're not just going to give it to you. If you didn't put it in your application that you want the free grant, they're not just going to say, hey, here's a free grant. No, you got to make sure you let it known, hey, I want my free grant money, because that's $1,000. You might not get approved for the loan, but that grant money, if you're an eligible business, then you will get the grant. And you need to be making sure that you put that, because I got a lot of people, I forgot to check the box. You should not only just check the box about the grant money, you should actually write a comment saying, I want that free grant money. That way it's in writing that you asked for the grant money. Now they have to make sure that you get this money, and then they can even reopen the portal and make sure that they put that grant money in there, and you send them a bank account, or give them the bank account number with that new portal link, which they'll end up sending you with the when you start asking for that grant. So make sure you ask for the grant. If you haven't yet, or you don't know if you did, make sure you do ask for that grant. Now, if something has said you have been approved for the loan, and it gives you a number to click, do you want the maximum or do you want the minimum? And a lot of people are saying, I don't want the loan, I just want the grant. And you'll get $1,000 per employee. You're not going to get $10,000 if you're a sole proprietor or a single businessman, an independent contractor. That's one person, one employee. That'll be $1,000. That's what you'll get for the grant. If you just want that, go down to the minimum and click. You're not going to accept the loan. But you just want the grant. So write that in stone. Let them know what you're going for, and that can help. If you've been denied, another thing, I've been denied, what can I do now? You need to file for a reconsideration of your denial. A lot of people are filing for that reconsideration of the denial, and what you'll want to do is you'll write them back an email on file, and then you want them to reconsider, saying you want them to reconsider the loan. But as you're saying you want them to reconsider the loan, you also want to say, but I want my EIDL grant. I want that money. That money should be yours. And then you should get another email that gives you an advanced portal link after you send them that for a reconsideration. You'll get another email that sends an advanced portal link, which will send you a link and that you'll have to go back into and provide your bank account number for them so that they can upload and deposit that that grant money to you. And you'll get $1,000 per employee, but you'll get it when you get it. It's not going to, if you're waiting for it, it could take a month, it could take 2 months, it could take a day, 2 days, because a lot of people are getting this thing fast. But Mia Miles says, mine said it's under review once I answered the question identifying my identity through the portal, but it didn't have an amount, which I thought was strange. Yeah, if you're under review, that means you're basically you're eligible, but they've taken your application to the next step. So you're under review right now for how much you can get. They're not just going to, you're eligible and then not knowing your finances or where your credit is and all this other stuff without knowing how much to give you. So if you're under review, that's really good. It's a positive step in the right direction. You're looking for you're looking to get money here. If it says you're under review, that means your case is being reviewed. And you haven't been approved yet, but you're eligible. Once I answered questions identifying my identity, okay, good. So now they have got you, and they have said, okay, we know Mia Miles. She's here. She's in front of us, and she has answered these questions about her identity. And let's see, how much is she worth? Can we give her? You're going to get the EIDL grant, which is $1,000 per employee. But can we give her a loan? That depends on your credit score. Right now they're doing credit scores, I think, over 550, but that changes now and then. And if your credit score is low, you may want to get in your email, you'll see a loan advisor or loan attorney's number. You call that number or get that email and say, hey, my credit score is low because of this reason. Call Experian or whoever it is and call them people up, your credit people, and say, hey, look, you need to change this on my credit report because you're wrong and this and that. And if you can get all this stuff, the higher your credit score is, probably the bigger the loan you're looking to receive. But the good thing is, Mia, is that you're under review. You can't ask for anything more than that right now. That means you're processing and eligible. So the next step for you is to be getting approved. So they would send you an approval or denial. Let's say they send you an approval. Then that'll give you the bar to push, and then your e-signatures will come next. And in that approval, you'll say, hey, I've been approved for $20,000 or $10,000 or $150,000. Boom, I'm going to go for in the middle range here, and I'm going to shoot for that number. But once they give you an approval with the number, you're pretty much good to go. So I would be expecting that email to come back to you if you're reviewed and they wanted your identity through the portal. You're in good shape. So hang tough there. Hopefully this helped. Thanks for watching. And what else? I had another question as well. That was I got the grant but didn't get the loan, and that I got the loan, but where's my? Okay, I got the $1,000 loan. Somebody had said I got a $1,000 loan, but I didn't get a grant. No. If you get an email saying you got $1,000, if you got $1,000 deposited and it says you got to click, they're not giving $1,000 loans. They're not. So if you got a $1,000 loan, it's a mistake. It was pushed through on the wrong number, but it's a grant. You didn't get the loan. You got a grant for $1,000. They're not giving a $1,000 loan. So enjoy the $1,000. You probably, if that's the case, they weren't going to loan you the money, but they got that grant to you because they didn't want other emails coming back and forth saying, this and that about where's my grant. However, when your tax information comes up, and here's the other thing you have to understand, people, is this EIDL advanced loan can be forgiven. Where's my $10,000 grant? It says everybody was going to get. Well, if you have 10 employees, you'll get a $10,000 grant. If you have one employee and you get a $20,000 loan, it can still be forgiven if you're using it for payroll, real estate, or rent and utilities. But if you spend it right, it can be forgiven. So consider that this loan, if you're in the right mindset for this loan, you'll be thinking ahead right now And you may want to open a separate bank account for the money that you get so that you can kind of move your money to where you need to have it moved to, I'm on payroll for $1,000 a week. Here I'm paying $1,000 out of this account. So when they see $1,000 on your transfer, you'll be able to say, okay, well, that was for payroll, or this 1,000 over here was for utilities or rent. So keep in mind that you might not want to do all of these loans and grants on the grants is fine, but on your personal accounts. You may want to open up another bank account just to, in the future, you'll be glad you did, because it's going to save you so much time. And if anybody has to come asking questions, and they don't have to go through, he bought are these diapers for your loan or your grant, or are these bottled waters that you purchased at Target, loan or grant? What was that for? And you're not going to have to go through all these things. Instead, you can have big numbers. This 1,000 was for payroll. That 1,000 was for utilities. This 1,000 was for electric, and so on and so on. The minimum loan amount that they're giving out is, the minimum loan amount that I've seen given out is $5,000. There was a loan that I've seen given for $5,000. Oh no, I'm sorry. I saw one for $4,000. That they gave a loan out for $4,000, and they gave him a grant for $1,000. So the lowest I've seen is $4,000. Will they go lower than that? I don't know. I don't think so, because they're not really wanting to waste their time. It's the lenders that are wanting the big companies, the bigger money, the bigger loans to give out. But I do know that usually if you're going to get a loan, it's going to be above. I haven't seen below $4,000 loan. I've seen people saying that they got $1,000 loans, but that wasn't a loan. People, that was a grant. Congratulations, I think. But congratulations, I think, on, meaning maybe you wanted more than that. But congratulations on the $1,000 loan. Grant for free money. So, yeah, the minimum I've seen is $4,000. Hopefully that helps. And what other question did I have here? Yeah, I've been waiting for 2 weeks. Does this mean I'm approved or denied? All right. If you've been waiting that long, you can try to push the process. You might want to move it forward by getting that number on your email, or that contact email, and sending out emails to your loan officers or loan advisors, loan attorneys, whatever is on there. Congratulations, Dale. Sweet. Got your grant today. Hopefully you'll get your, sometimes they're giving grants before the loan, sometimes the loan before the grant. They don't have a specific order. They're just trying to get money out there. But on the email for your contact, get your loan officer. Say, hey, I'm waiting. Am I still in process? Because they had a group of people that I would say about a month ago that seemed to be put out loans, and then people came after them even last week that are getting approved and stuff right now. So there's a group of people that have put stuff in. Oh, way to go, Dale. There's a group of people that put stuff in that are out. They're like, wait, I got skipped. Yeah, a whole lot of people got skipped here. So hang tough. They're trying to put these things back in order so that people who applied yesterday don't get it before you do. So if you're in that 2 to 3 week period, waiting period, yes, I feel for you. There's nothing we can do but push along get with your contact advisors that you've gotten the email from. Way to go. Okay, if you were approved for your loan, Dale, if you e-signed, you signed. Okay, I was approved for my loan and signed. I'm going to say if you signed, say you got a $10,000 loan, say you were approved for $10,000, and you signed after I got my approval and I signed, I signed on a Friday. I got my money Monday morning. So I don't know if the weekend was skipped, but I have heard people signed and got it that day, and I've heard people signed and got it, like, I think the longest I've heard is 8 days later they received it, not including Saturday and Sunday, though, not the weekend. So 2 weeks is the longest you'll wait. You signed yesterday, and today is Thursday. You might get it Friday. If you don't get it Friday, I would be surprised if you don't see it at the latest on Monday. Congratulations. We have Dale with us, who was he got his grant today. And Dale, let me ask you a question while we have people here. Dale got his grant yesterday, and he was approved for his loan as well. Or he got his grant today and was approved for his loan and signed. How did you get just $1,000 loan, Dale? That question is for Dale. I'm asking him if he got the $1,000 loan. $1,000 grant. Dale, did you get the $1,000 grant? I'm going to ask you that down there. So the people watching this later. Okay, Dale, I got to approve, but the page don't let me sign. Okay, you're 01 Harry, you got approval, but the page don't let you sign. You've probably already either signed something or they're going over some more information, and they will reopen the portal for you, because once the portal is closed, you'll have a gray and you won't be able to sign it. Okay, Dale says he got the $1,000 grant. Congratulations, Dale. So it sounds like it's happening a little bit differently than I did. I got the grant and the loan all on the same day. But now, yeah, they're pushing the grant out further. They're saying, okay, he qualified, boom, get the grant out to him. And now I'm going to say Monday. I'm going to say Monday is when I think you'll get it, but you may get it today or tomorrow, either or. But Dale, do me a favor. Here we go with the live process, and that's what we're trying to get here. We're trying to get live processes. Okay, so you got the $1,000 and approved for $12,700. Okay, so I'm pretty sure. Okay, so you'll have $13,700 total, but the $1,000 can also be, and the $12,700 can also be forgiven with the PPP loan forgiveness. If you haven't filed a PPP loan, go get a PPP loan now as well. And you can go through Cabbage, or you can go through Fundera or Fundbox or anything like that. But a lot of people aren't going for the PPP loan. Go for the PPP loan too. You should be able to get that if you got the EIDL. Yes, Miles, if you're not approved for the loan, you will still get the grant. You will still get the grant. Yes. The grant is automatic. It should be given to everybody. So back to Dale, I got the $1,000 grant and approved 12/7. I'm going to say 8 days is the most I've seen it, but more than likely you got it today. It's a Thursday, Friday. You got 2 good days towards the end of the week where Dale's looking like you'll be getting that. Like, as we're talking, you might want to go check your bank if you already signed. Once you sign, it's a done deal. It's written in stone. They've accepted, you've accepted, and you have got the loan. Congratulations, Dale. Yeah, Mia, again, I'm going to answer your question. You will get the grant. You are due the grant. Everybody that applies and is eligible for the loan should totally get the grant, no questions asked, because that means you're eligible. It means you met the requirements, the standards to be considered a business. So if you're a sole proprietor or independent contractor or et cetera, you need to make sure that you wrote in your comments or let them know, I want my grant. I need my grant. I want my free grant. And that right there, once it's in writing, boom, you got the money, even if it comes up later on down the road where you can say, hey, I wrote it down. I checked the box. It shows in my file that I asked for the free grant and I didn't get it. So you're going to need to get that. And hopefully that helps. Now, for those who have been waiting forever for this process and received an email from the SBA, and you go back over your emails, you need to go back over your emails if you're still waiting and look for the contact phone numbers or call them and get on the horn with these people and push this process. You can give it a push. You can your grant money is yours, Dale. You need to just whatever you want to do with that grant money, it's yours. You will have to file it. It won't be taxable, but you'll have to file it on your income tax next year. But it's It's a grant. Congratulations. Your EIDL advance loan. Now, I'm going to say it again. Reopen another bank account for your loan. I'm telling you, it will make life so much easier. Pay yourself $1,000 a week until it's gone. You need to spend all your money that they have loaned you. You need to spend it all. Here's the thing, people. You got to move the money somewhere, spend it for utilities or rent or payroll to be forgiven, because getting the money is great, but getting it forgiven is greater. So what you want to do is you want to move that money. So you want to open another bank account, even if it's got to be all of that 12. Say you got $12,700 loan, open another account, put it in a business account as $12,700. Start moving it. That way you can say, okay, $10,000 of my money went to payroll. The other $2,700 went to electric and utilities. Then you're signing up for your PPP and EIDL forgiveness. You can prove that, hey, here's where the money went. And that's going to keep you so much, it's going to make life so much easier. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, if for those of you that have been denied, that have gotten a denial letter, you need to send back in for reconsideration of your denial. Once you get that reconsideration for denial, if you haven't got your grant, you need to send back a reconsideration and as well state in there, I want my grant. I'm eligible for my grant. Where is my grant money? You need to let these people know. You need to push them along, kind of. I mean, I've heard of people even calling up their state or emailing the senators and congressmen in their state saying, hey, I was not approved for my loan. I know my credit's not the best, but my business is failing and I really need this help. Here's my face and here's my number. And these congressmen can actually get with your SBA and say, hey, check this SBA number, and I want to see these people. I want to see their file, and they can actually start pushing your loan officers along the way. So don't be shy. Don't be shy about this, people. If you really need this money and you're getting, feel like you're, I'm not saying if you're waiting, if you're in the process of waiting, and processing sucks. I get that. Waiting sucks. But if you've been denied, if it says, okay, well, here's your loan, or no loan and no nothing, I would definitely contact, even if you got to get on the horn with your senator and call them or email them and say, hey, here's the story. Boom. I need this money, and they denied me. I don't know what else to do. I'm using my last set of recourse. And that will actually push that SBA loan officer like, oh boy. Okay, now it's looking like Leila, the applications are still being processed. Yes. Yeah, you're being processed, Leila Kennedy. This answer is for you. Well, you're not being processed. You might not be being processed by somebody looking at it, but it's in there. It's in the stack. You're good to go. If you if you submitted this application, you are good to go. You are going to be waiting now. Now you're going to be waiting, and you're going to be, sending me letters saying, hey, I've been waiting for 2 weeks. What's going on? You could wait for 2 weeks. You could be in the fun applications that just get it in a couple days, because a lot of us were skipped and overlooked, and our files went to the bottom. Yeah, you're being processed. You will get an email that says whether you're eligible or not. If you receive that email, that's a good sign, because eligibility means you've satisfied their eligibility as far as being. You'll get the grant for that if you're eligible. If somebody is seeing this right now and you've gotten something saying, hey, you're eligible for the grant, for the EIDL, that means that you've met the requirements for the grant. You might not meet the requirements for the loan. Say you were a convicted felon. I think that knocks you out of it if it happened in the last couple of years or whatever, or if you owe the government such and such amount of money, or if your credit is below 550, and because when it goes to the for approval, your eligibility is one thing. You will get the grant. But when it goes for approval, now you're not dealing with only the SBA, the government that is giving free grants. Now you're dealing with lenders that the government is actually paying the lenders that are paying you. So their lenders are being given more incentives and getting a bigger rate of interest from the government than they're actually getting for us, because they are totally insured. And it's not going to cost them anything, but they are taking a chance on us, the American people, and we are going to see this thing through, and we're going to get it forgiven too. These loans will be forgiven. So hopefully this answered for the questions that you all have. If anybody has any more questions, please answer. Dale Kirkland said my credit was 540. Credit was 540 and got approved for, is that 12,600? Something like that. That's a testimony right there, because here's the thing with the credit scores. Credit scores, it's like the stock market with the way they're doing it right now. There's people that are even watching how Experian's dropping. Credit scores are their approvals going to 530. Then they'll hit submit the button. Then they'll call their loan officer. Hey, they're doing approvals at 530 now. Can you send mine through? Try to get a good relationship with your loan officer and your SBA. Try to get a good relationship, and you do that by getting your bees with honey here. You call them up and you talk to them. You say, thank you for all you're doing. You blah, blah, rub their belly a little bit, but let them know that you care about what they're doing and to help you out, because you want them to care about what you're doing. So he's got good payment history, and that's a testimony in itself. So this is the lowest credit score that I've seen that has gotten a loan for over $4,000. So that's good. So there you go. This is if your credit score was over 540, like Dale says down here, and he got a loan for 12.7. This should be a rejuvenation for those out there who are like, my credit sucks. I can't get this loan. Here you go. His credit sucks. 540 is bad. And he still got the loan. So if they'll do 540, maybe they'll do 530. But if you get denied because your credit is bad, resubmit for reconsideration of your loan, because you can still get this thing. So with that said, congratulations, Dale. That's awesome. That's just awesome. It makes me feel good. I'm happy for you, man. This is awesome. Today is a good day. It is a great day. But yeah, you should be getting, I'm going to guess Monday. Do me a favor, keep me posted on when you get that, Dale, because he does it. If he signed it today, which would be the 9th, maybe he'll get that loan on the 9th, or if he signed it yesterday, 9th, maybe 1 day or 2 days, and maybe he'll skip the weekend, or maybe he'll even get it on the weekend. Maybe he'll get it on a Saturday and be like, hey guys, I got approved for my loan on a Thursday, and they actually sent me the money on a Saturday or Sunday, so they are working on the weekends too, which would be nice to hear. Congrats. Midwest Vibes. I applied 7.6, got an email to create account 7.7. I have accepted the loan quote amount. Does this mean that I'm approved for the offer they have given? My credit was pulled on the 7.8. If you accepted the loan amount, I'm going to give you an example. This goes to Midwest Vibes out there. If you accepted the loan amount, say it was $10,000, just an example, not to get too personal, and you clicked, I accept that amount. Now, have you gotten Midwest Vibes? If you signed it and said, I accept this, I accept it, I accept it, I accept it. Mia Miles might be asking that question to Dale. How long did it take for your approval after you verified your personal information? Because it took me a while. It took me about 10 days. 8 days for approval, about 10 days for the actual deposit to be made. But Midwest Vibes, did you e-signature signing an agreement saying you'll take this is what you do? Monica Jones, if you got approved for the loan but don't see the grant information, you need to either accept the loan, or you need to accept the loan, or you need to accept the loan. or deny it for the grant. But you automatically get the grant. It's yours. The grant is yours. And you need to let your loan officer know, hey, I didn't get my grant. I need to get my grant money in the nicest way possible. So Monica, you'll get that grant, $1,000 per employee. If you're the only employee, you'll get $1,000. If you got others, here's the thing, if we would have filled out this papers correctly, or if we knew in the forefront that we could have put our spouse's name in there, like I'm married as a sole proprietor, but I have a wife. I could have actually put her down and got an extra $1,000 grant because she would have been considered another employee. So if you haven't filled this information out yet, if you're getting ready to sign this, sign your wife down, or your husband or your spouse, whatever, sign them as another employee, and you'll get another $1,000. But you automatically get the grant. If you're approved for the loan, then you're totally qualified and should be getting that grant, Monica. My identity is complete and my disbursement is verified. Just waiting to sign. E-sign. How long does that usually take? It all depends. Some can take a while. In Midwest, okay, I'm going back to Layla real quick. My identity is complete and my disbursement is verified. I'm just waiting to e-sign. How long does that usually take? I'm going to say usually on average tops 2 weeks for that. So you may have to wait, but once that email comes in and then you e-sign, then you're done. It's a done deal once you're e-signed. DJ Vids applied on 15th. On June 18th, received and responded to the email from SBA in advance reconsideration. My banking information needed to be updated. Then in July, I received my $1,000 grant. There we go. He submitted for reconsideration, and he got the grant. So there we go, people. That's a good one from DJ Vids. Everybody take a look at that. So take a look. Everybody here watching, take a look at DJ Vids and read that response. That's pretty cool. It's good information. Midwest Vibes. I haven't signed the loan document. It's still gray. Yeah. Okay. And I cannot click on it, but I did agree to the term of the loan. Okay, Midwest Vibes, you're in that stage right now where you're going back and they're going to reopen the portal for you. Maybe your bank account information was wrong. Maybe they need a little bit, but you're pretty much good to go. This Midwest Vibes is going to get this loan. And when you get it, get back with me and let me know how long it took from here. Because right now you're in that gray. Yeah, I remember the gray click box. I couldn't click it because the portal was closed. I can't resubmit any more information. They block you out from changing anything because they want to sign these documents as to what is written there. They don't want nothing to be changed in the middle. So it's going to be gray, but they're going to send it back and say, hey, we reopened, or here's your signature, your approval. Let's do this. So Midwest Vibes, you're going to end up getting another email saying approved for $10,000. It'll be big and green for you. And then you're going to click on that, and it's going to have that no longer gray anymore. You're going to be in your portal, running around like crazy and jumping and getting your loan. And then remember, sign up for the PPP loan, people. If you haven't signed up for the PPP, you qualified for EIDL, you qualify for PPP loan. You can do that. It's a 20-minute application, maybe half an hour. If you go through Fundbox, Fundbox, you will get more money. And this money can be forgiven. So do that too. Leila, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. Layla is the one who asked, my identity is completed and my disbursement is verified. I'm just waiting to be e-signed. How long does it? Yep, like I said, it could be up to 2 weeks. It could be today, Leila. It could be today, but it could not as well. It might be in a couple weeks. But if you verified your identity, that's good. That's half the process is verifying who you are. You're legitimate. Send me some money. And let's see, Midwest, verified my identity and gave bank information. If they asked you for your bank information, people, they asked you for your bank information for one reason, to give you money. Great. If they asked you for bank information, you're getting something, whether it be a loan or a grant. But yeah, cool, man. Congratulations, Midwest Vibe. I was worried about still getting denied even if I made it this far. Nah. Yeah, I know, right? Oh no, I've done everything I'm supposed to do. Can they still deny me? If they ask for your bank information, you can Go crack open a Mountain Dew and cheers. What if you got a regular unemployment insurance? Unemployment insurance, that's another topic. I'm not too sure how they're working the unemployment insurance with this. Maybe he's talking about PPP. You don't need unemployment insurance for the PPP. You need to be a sole proprietor, independent contractor. Go fill out the fund box or the cabbage. And everybody listening, go get your PPP, because when you go fill out the PPP forgiveness loan, on that forgiveness loan, you'll also see EIDL advance, loan forgiveness. It's going to be on the same application. What is this page for PPP? Yeah, it's more for EIDL, but PPP is also, I just want to throw that in there, because if you are, if you have not filed for PPP, but you did file for EIDL, you need to go file for PPP as well. Because if you got your EIDL and you want to wait until you get that advanced loan from EIDL, say, oh, boom, I got it. You don't want to be denied for advanced loan and then go try for PPP, but why not shoot for the stars? But yeah, Dale, you don't have to worry about for PPP. You don't have to worry about your unemployment registration. It's not a factor. I was surprised that all the steps, Midwest Vibe said, I was surprised that all of the steps and them contacting me with an offer happened within, when it starts rolling, when the ball is rolling, don't drop it. Keep going, dribble that ball down the court and score. Get that ball in your hand and don't pass it to anybody. Keep that ball, keep rolling with it. This is a good sign when you start seeing email come in. Email eligible, yes, boom. Email processing, yes, boom. Try to stay in complete and direct contact of holding on to that ball. You're going to score, touchdown. Nah, touchdown's not basketball. Touchdown's football. Anyway, go Bucks. Uber driver qualify for PPP? Yes. Yes, Harry. Uber driver qualifies for PPP. Yes. Uber driver is a sole proprietor, independent contractor. You qualify for PPP. Uber driver qualifies for EIDL. Uber drivers qualify for, wait. Stop. There is a minimum amount that you've had to have for Uber drivers. A minimum amount that you had to submit in your last year's taxes to qualify. I don't know what that is. I think it's $4,000 that you've had to have made and have on file that you made $4,000. I believe it's the number. But you qualify. Now, if they deny you because the number's too low or they can't find a number, then you need to resubmit for a you need to go back and resubmit and let them know that you want to be reconsidered. Because reconsideration, people, it means that you're desperate and you need the money. The money needs to go to those that are desperate and who need it most. And that's what they're trying to do. So even sometimes when you're not approved and you've been denied, a reconsideration can sometimes be like a poking somebody saying, hey, I really would like to, I really need this. So it works. There's people say, hey, I filed for reconsideration and I got it. I got a loan. I got a grant. I got just a grant. Boom. But they give you something. Congratulations, Brittany. Monica Jones, hear this one right. This one's for you. The loans can be forgiven. Will they? They should be forgiven depending on if you file for forgiveness or not. They're not just going to forgive you for it. You need to stay on top of this. You need to file for loan forgiveness. And we're going to go through all that with the PPP loan forgiveness. That's why I'm asking everybody who got the EIDL grant or loan to go out and get, or the EIDL grant or loan. If you got that, go get the PPP loan now. Because first of all, you get more money. Second of all, you file for the PPP loan forgiveness and the EIDL advanced loan forgiveness as well. Oh, the 100%, where a company is 100% going to get the loan, 100% going to get the loan is when you have signed. Your e-signature guarantees you're going to get the loan. If you got $1 million company and they offer you a loan for $150,000, you're almost guaranteed going to get it, but you're not 100% sure. Yes, Brittany, if you are approved, even eligible for EIDL and not approved for the loan, you should still get the grant. Always. Everybody should be getting this grant. If you filed and are eligible for a loan, then you should be getting the grant. But you need to put down, in contact with these people, you need to definitely tell them, I want the grant, I want the grant, I want the free grant, I want the free grant. That way they know that if you didn't check that box on the application or write in the bottom comments that you want the grant, they might not give it to you. So you need to, while you're in correspondence with these loan officers and your eligibleness and your processing, if you get a chance, when you get that next email from them, make sure you get that contact number from your loan advisor and email them and say, also, I want the free grant. Once you put that in writing, the grant, they'll be asking you for a bank account number so that they can get that money to you. How long does it take for EIDL grants to come? The age-old question. I have this for Ngani Diouf. I don't know if I said that right, but Nganye, it takes anywhere from 3 days to the most I've seen is 40 days. Brittany says, how long does it take, and do I have to sign for the loan first? You don't need to sign for the loan in order to get the grant. You need to, if it's in that process, yes. But we have seen people getting this loan, people that have been asked by the SBA, a loan officer, for their bank account number without being approved of the loan, but they ask for the bank account number so that they can send them the grant. They don't say, we need your bank account number so we can send you the grant. They say, we need your bank account, verify your bank information. So once you've verified your bank information, that means you're getting at least the grant. If you haven't verified your bank information, they have no way to get this money to you. How long does it take, and do I have to sign for the loan first? Okay, just answered that one. Any more out there? Anybody can think of? Any more questions out there? Anybody has before? How far are we? We're 43 minutes in this. Wow. Okay, we've been talking for a while. Hopefully we have gotten some good information for people to come back and reflect on during this. And remember, the loan, you were going to be hoping to see that loan approved or denied. And when you get your grant, usually if you get your grant before the loan, sometimes it for the most part, in the higher percentage, I've seen the people who got their grant before their loan denied. It doesn't mean you're denied, not 100%, but I've seen them denied. Now, if you get your grant before your loan and you're denied, you need to resubmit reconsideration. And Midwest has given her bank information. When I applied, then you're well ahead of the game. And also, I think you said that you were, you're very, very close. And I want to, if you could do me a favor, Midwest, is when you get that loan and approved and signed, let me know how long it takes. Because this is the age-old question we're getting. How long does it take for EIDL grant? Midwest signed her grant papers or loan, put in her application. When did you put in your app? Trying to find you again. I applied on 7/6. She applied on 7/6. Dang. That's going fast. Midwest applied on 7/6. That was 3 days ago. That's going fast. How much do you, Monica Jones, you'll know the amount of the grant as far as how many employees you have. If you have one employee, if you're a sole proprietor, independent contractor, that's $1,000. If you wrote that you had that on paper, you need to make sure we have put this on our application that we want the grant.
I'm a sole proprietor or independent contractor. However, if you write that down and say, I'm also married and my spouse works, it's a family business, you get $2,000, one for you, one for your spouse. Remember that, people, in case you haven't filled it out yet. Yeah, I don't give my private information out, Dale. Sorry. That's normal. Sorry. Brittany applied on the 7th. And you got all your bank information in. Now, once you get your bank information in, you may be getting another letter saying, you need to resubmit your bank information before you literally sign to make sure everything's accurate and correct. I had to do that. I had all my information in, blah, blah, blah. But once you get something back in stone saying, I need more. Yeah, thank you, Midwest. Keep me posted for sure, man. That's cool. I can't believe. I mean, that's awesome timing for you, man. You got the favor. Good job. You're one of those people that got put in front of all those other people that, like, people that applied 2 months ago are like, hey, I haven't gotten anything. Yeah, that's because Midwest Vibes got the favor. Amen. Anyway, any more questions out there? How long does it take before I get an email back from the SBA? Mika Maluzzi, my application. Now, Midwest Vibes put her app in on the 7th, and she's already got her stuff back. She's already in process of getting paid. So with that said, it can take from 2 days, like it took Midwest or me, and it took me 30 days before I got my first email back. I applied on the 10th of 1 month and didn't get an email, or I applied on the 13th of 1 month, didn't get the email till the 10th of the next month. So it can take a while. It all depends where you fall in this. Gube Mulif, you only get the grant advance only after you are approved for the loan. This is what they told me when I inquired about my grant since my loan was denied. Gube Mulet, are you a sole proprietor? Yes. Yeah, Mika, it's a waiting game. And you don't know where things are going to fall right now. Things have fallen fast for some people and slower for many, many, many more. My question is going to Gubig Mulif because after you get the grant, if you are eligible, if you have a business, you are eligible for the grant. Now, if you owe the government money or back child support or anything like this, there's some legalities in there that they look at that the grant won't go to you because the grant would have to go to somebody else. It's kind of like that taxes when you're involved with a divorce and it's their year to get the mirror. It's kind of like that, but you're eligible. Was the email you got on the 10th was to create an account? I believe so. Let me look. Dun, 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 dun. Go into my emails to find out if that's exactly what I want to make sure I give you the proper information here. Yes. Yes, it was the email that I got was to create my SBA economic injury loan portal account. Yes, that's what the email was for. That's right. And from that time, from the time I created it on the 10th, I had my approval on the 15th. Because on the 12th, I had to resubmit my bank information 2 days later, I had to resubmit bank information and business information. But I got approved on the 15th, and I got the money on the 18th. So it was an 8-day process from the time I submitted, from the time I opened up that account for the portal. Yes. Okay, received email, but I don't need a loan. In order for me to receive only the grant, can I just ignore the email? Will I still get the grant? Thank you. I have a lot of people ask me that. You have to either deny or accept the loan. DJ, can you slide that thing all the way over to where it says $10,000 loan or however much it has to 0 and click accept a $0 loan? That's just a question. I want to try a different way here. But yeah, you'll get the grant. You'll still get the grant. For sure. Your grant is yours. Even if you email your advisor, your loan advisor, DJ, and say, hey, I don't want the loan, but I want my free grant. In the nicest way you can possibly say it. Ask him that. Midwest, for the people who was denied, how long did it take for your denial letter or email to come? I hope they are not making people wait a month just to get denied. That would be horrible. Yeah, that would suck. No, that's the truth is, yeah, some people do wait a month to be denied. I've seen that happen. They waited a month to be denied and they didn't get the grant. But there are some legalities in a lot of people's lives that we don't know about that when they go a little bit deeper into this with people, they find out that they're divorced, they owe $10,000 in child support, they back, evictions and all these things in the back burner that they have that, and then they're not legitimate business. They tried to buck the system. I don't know how it goes, and I think that 99.9% of the people out there are doing this for the right reasons. And I don't know, I can't put a face to a lot of the names. So from what I've seen, the people who have waited long and got denied, it's usually mainly due to bad credit, really bad credit. But there are other mitigating circumstances that can get you denied for all of it. If you are a business, legitimate business, and you submit your legitimate paperwork and taxes, and you should be doing good. Let me look at my email again. Submitted confirmation. I had to, on the 10th, then when they sent me that, they had to reset my password. You'll get to reopen the portal to make that so I could change my information. That's when my button turned green, but it was 5 days later after I submitted that, opened the portal. It was 5 days later. That's when it was green again. That's when I was totally approved. That goes to Midwest. You mean you gave, yeah. No, I was approved after it was, after I resubmitted my bank information. It was 5 days after, so the button was not great. The button's got to be green, and your e-signatures, once you e-sign, that is your approval. No, it shouldn't make a difference, Mika, whether it's on the 4th of July or whenever. I mean, they get them in the order they're received, so you should be okay with that. That's the 4th. Oh, shoot, you only applied 5 days ago. Yeah, well, prayers go out to Miko for a speedy process. Eligible means you have qualified in the condensed version of, are you a business and do you have you're permitted, you are allowed to get the loan. If you're eligible, okay, the SBA is the government. They say you're eligible. Here's your eligibility. Yes, they meet the requirements and are eligible for this loan. Now, the approved comes with, now we're going to a lender. Now you're going a little deeper. They're eligible for a loan. You have a name, you have a business.
And that pretty much means you're eligible. You've got a business. Now, is your business losing money? Does your business repay debts? That's where they go into your finances. They go into your personals and stuff like that. Now you're approved, meaning that, hey, this person's got 560 point credit score. That doesn't mean you're not eligible. It just means your numbers are now going down as far as how much you can be approved for. So your eligibility is going to go through the SBA. Your complete and total approval means that a lender has to look this over and says, do they qualify for my money? Am I going to trust this person to give them my money, knowing the SBA is going to look at this later if they don't pay and say, well, they didn't approve. They should not have been approved because they didn't qualify for, as far as anyway. That's the difference between eligible and approved. Eligible means, yes, you're eligible. You have a business. Approved means the lender is now looking at you. You're in front of a person who has the money saying, we can lend this to you, but there are some circumstances that you need to have fulfilled for that. Okay, you didn't get my point. I said you only get the grant if you got approved for the loan. Yeah, no, then they're wrong. You need to I would call for reconsideration on that. Sorry. That's the SBA Tier 2 representative told me when I called to inquire. Huh. That's a first. Got my advance first, then my loan approval. I was approved for both. Yeah, I did too, Carla. I got my advance first and then my loan. It actually came on the same day in separate accounts, but my advance came first and then my loan. Yep, that happens too. Yeah, that happens too. Thank you, Miko. You got this. I also applied with my EIN, not as an individual. I wonder if that matters for how quick the process will go. EIN, Social Security, it does. I mean, it's fine. It's cool. EIN's good. It might be even faster with an EIN because more businesses will be more recognized with an EIN than they would be for a Social Security, because everybody can have that, So I actually applied with my Social Security and as a sole proprietor, but I had the tax papers and my 1099-C tax forms that were all submitted. So that went pretty quick for me as well, as far as when they finally got it in front of them. But yeah, that's cool. But yeah, that's SBA Tier 2 representative told me, Gooby, you need to be maybe contacting somebody else. I would definitely resubmit for reconsideration on that. Okay, everybody, I guess I am going to let you go. There are no more questions popping up, and I hope I have been able to answer and kind of put in perspective of where everybody stands now as far as eligible and approved. If you're in processing, yes, it's a waiting period. Relax. It's coming. They're getting more employees on this. They're getting more fat. They're getting quicker in how they're handling these things. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and God bless you. Everybody stay safe. No more questions. We will let this thing go. Bye.